Hey, what's up? Welcome to Towner's Tiny House. You may be asking yourself, what is a bug-out bag? A bug-out bag is basically a bag with survival equipment in it in the event that there's a natural disaster. Oh, the grid goes down, Biden lets China in the front door, FEMA starts rounding everyone up and putting them in camps. Who knows, maybe the Antichrist reveals himself. It's just something to be prepared. In 2017, the UN said that 14 million people become homeless every year due to natural disasters. The average person can only live for 3 days without clean water. So you need to ask yourself, do you have a plan? In case something horrible happened? Would you be able to take care of your family? Between 1990 and 2009, natural disasters have increased 80%. In 2016, MarketWatch reported that 43% of homes in the U.S. are at high risk of natural disasters. That's crazy. So about once a year, right around New Year's, I go through my bug-out bag and I replenish or upgrade, the stuff I have in it. Now, depending on where you live is going to determine what you put in your bug-out bag. And depending on how long you plan on having to use it. I live in the woods, so I'm pretty rural as it is, but in case, my off-the-grid tiny house, I got to bail from it for a while. I want to make sure I got something for me and my son to go basically camp for as long as we need to. And keep in mind, my bug-out bag is been in the making for 5 years probably. It's the third backpack, probably my last, but you don't have to have everything right at once. Like, if you see something in a store, grab it. That would go good in your bug-out bag, Now see this right here, this shovel that I'm putting together? This was a nice little find. I got it on Amazon for like $20, and I was thinking it was going to be cheap. But it's real good quality. The metal's thick. The spade on the shovel is really high quality. It's sharp. It's got a little saw thing. The threads that screw into the handle go in real deep, so it's not going to snap. And in a survival situation, this is going to be crucial. Oh, and check it out. I didn't even know, but it turns into a pickaxe too, so that can come in handy. But you can, dig a latrine, put your fire out, dig a trench to divert water if you have to. There's all kinds of things you can do with a shovel. And look, it doesn't take up much room at all. So we'll put that to the side. Now let's get to the bag. Now the bag, I bought it last year for about $129, I believe, at Walmart. It's really big. It's got tons of pockets. I won't have to replace it. I'll hold on to it forever probably. And see the carabiners, I like those a lot. If you get the good ones, to hang stuff from your pack. If you have to set up camp, you can run some cordage between trees and hang things from it. Okay, so now this is a little waterproof case. I picked up 2 of them on Amazon for $5, I believe. In this, I keep my flint to start a fire. I usually always have a lighter on me, but fuel runs out. And I want to make sure, in case I do need to make a fire, my flint stays dry. And like the little flint thing, the fire starter thing, I think it was like $3 on Amazon. Most of the stuff you can find online. You might be able to find some stuff at Walmart, a sporting goods store, things like that. All right. And like my bug-out bag is set up for long term. You can set it up for like, if you think you're only going to need it for a day or two or whatever. It's just good to have something. Now, you got to have self-defense, or I choose to. I put a little .38 special in there, a little revolver. And the reason I did that, it's compact. They're pretty resilient. They can take a beating. They're easy to use. So in case, my kid needs, I can throw him the .38 And I got my semi-automatic shotgun. That right there is a life straw. Those are huge. I think I paid $15 for that. It basically filters water, all the parasites, bacteria, stuff like that. You can drink out of a mud puddle and it'll taste good. I've done it just to test it out, and it's not bad at all. Now here are my little cooking utensils, my pot and pan. And inside the pot is a little like spoon, spatula type thing, a sponge, a thing to, I don't even know what those plastic things are. But that was like $10, I think, on Amazon. It's, it's not like the highest quality, and it's not, cast iron, which it would be heavy as hell if it was, but it's super lightweight. It collapses to take up minimal room. And the one thing I like about this too is the mesh bagging. So say you cook something at camp, you go down to the creek, river, lake, whatever, you wash it off, you can throw it in there and hang it from a tree, attach it to the outside of your pack, and let it dry. So that's pretty handy. And when you're in a survival situation, or shit goes sideways, little moral victories are huge. What I try to do is once a year go out and 2 nights, go out there with my bug out bag and see if I can make it. Now these I picked up at Walmart. I think they were $20. Some hunting knives in case I need to clean an animal, fish, whatever. They're super sharp. Not that expensive, And some of the stuff I've ordered, like new stuff. I've got a nice tactical knife that's on its way. Let's see what else. All kinds of things. Cliff bars. Let's see what is. Oh yeah, this is the speed loader for my gun. Since it is a revolver, it's a little 5-shot. But instead of having to load each individual bullet, God forbid I got to use it. Say I spend all 5 shots. I don't want to sit there and have to load each bullet. I can just drop that in. And there you go. I got 2 of those in there. And that little thing attaches to your belt, so the speed loader case. Let's see what else I got in here. Oh, I really like these. I'm not a big fish guy, but these have like a 3-year shelf life. The albacore tuna. And they take up very little room. And then I also found the other day when I was grocery shopping, same size packets, but smoked salmon. And each packet has 20 grams of protein. So those are huge. You can just crack one open. And instead of using your fingers, you can use a utensil. I've got 2 of them. One for me, one for my kid. A spork and then like a spoon and a fork. So you can just grub out on your tuna. Let's see. There's so many damn pockets in this thing. But that's good. Alright. Now that is a pump for my space saver bag. You'll see that here later in the video. I got some power bait. I should probably get a new one that's been in there for a couple of years. And that's a little makeshift fishing pole I made with a fishing line and an old dowel. Didn't take up a lot of room. Cordage, speaker wire, old speaker wire. It's actually pretty strong. That is a clip from an old .45 carbine I had, and I held onto the ammo for some reason, but I figure if shit hits the fan, ammo's gonna be a hot commodity, because we're gonna have to barter stuff like that. There's a little tackle box with, little bobber and lures and stuff like that. The easier you can make it, the better, because it's gonna be a high stress situation anyways. And then me having a little boy, I don't want him to freak out. I want to make it as easy as possible on him too. So here in this bag, I put it in the bag just to keep it dry, just in case. Now, like I said, mine's built for long term. Like say there's a food shortage or something. picked that up on Amazon. It's $35, I think it was. A wide variety and hundreds of heirloom seeds for fruits and vegetables. You got a flashlight. You got another little flashlight. Now this is why you want to check, at minimum once a year, go through your bug out bag and make sure everything works. See, my little headlamp stopped working. I only paid $2 for it at Walmart, so I'm not that disappointed. Now, I wanted to see if this would work, my Space Saver bag, with that. It kind of did, but oh well. Putting everything back. Yeah, like I was saying earlier, I try to once a year go out 2 nights by myself. I haven't got my kid to go yet, but and just go out in the middle of nowhere with my bug out bag and see how well I do. It's actually a lot of fun, and it's very good to let you know you can do it. So that way, if it does go down, if shit goes down, Biden lets China in the front door, and I gotta go, me and my kid gotta go hide in the woods, I'm already familiar with what I'm gonna encounter. I do want to get the balls to go out in the snow and do it. I haven't yet, but that would be real interesting. See my sleeping bag there at the bottom. That's a mummy, one of those kinds that go over your head. It's real compact, but it's rated for super cold weather. Okay, here's an old scope I had on like a BB gun. I threw it in there, I don't know why, just in case. Hand warmers. Little victories, man, mean a lot. Keeping your morale up is huge. And cold zaps me. Now this is really important. A little first aid kit. You don't want to be getting cut and getting infected out in the middle of nowhere. This is a emergency blanket. And what I figured I'd use this for, since I have my sleeping bag, is like a tarp to hang over my hammock. Because I have a hammock with a bug net, all that. Electrical tape, because you never know when you're going to have to hook up a car stereo out in the woods. And please leave comments if you see something that I've forgotten. I'm always looking for cool stuff to put in my bug out bag that's going to make life easier if in the event I have to use it. And please, if you have any questions, feel free to leave them in the comments and I'll make sure to answer them. Because we all know the world's gone crazy, and I wouldn't be shocked if something crazy happened tomorrow. It's just been that kind of year. Those are some old work gloves, which I'm going to upgrade. Some refried beans. Some chili. And that's my Space Saver bag. I got a hoodie in there, some toilet paper, clean pair of socks. I really like those Space Saver bags. It'll keep it dry, and it sucks it up so it doesn't take up a lot of room. Got a hatchet in case I need to chop some wood. Or kill a bear, possibly. I don't know. Now these straps, these go with my hammock. They make it super easy to, tie between 2 trees. And then here is cordage for my other hammock, which is in my son's bug out bag. You can never have too much rope, cordage, whatever. Now that's my hammock with the bug net. I would recommend getting a bug net if you are going to go with the hammock. I really like it because you're off the ground. Like you can build a fire, be close to it, be off the ground, and with the bug net. That's huge. Now here's some more ammo that I had from my .45 carbine. I just threw it in a little Tupperware thing, threw it in the bottom of the bag because, like I said, the dollar crashes. Ammo is impossible to find right now too. Anybody who's tried to find any, man, I've been trying to find some for my shotgun, and it's tough. All I can find is buckshots. There's a little gun cleaning kit, because, you got to keep your gun clean, otherwise it's kind of worthless. You want to make sure it works, especially if you got a deer in your sights. I had to bring a Bible, you know what I mean? And in case you get down or whatever, I always find the Bible picks me up. You know, now this was a good find. This is a survival book. It is chock full of all kinds of stuff. I read it just for fun. Teaches you how to build shelter, animal traps, tying knots, what plants you can eat, all kinds of stuff. So I have a feeling that would come in really handy. Got some more ammo for the 38. And then here's the other little waterproof case. And in here I have fire starters. I'm going to put a few more in there too. But got to keep those dry. Because, you know, if it's cold, snowing, raining, whatever, the last thing you want to do is sit there and try to find some dry wood shavings or whatever. It's just easier to light that. And you don't have to use it all at once either. You can break it up. So yeah, that's how you use the little pump. In case you gotta move camp. You know, and I'm of the mindset, even if, hopefully I'll never have to use it, but if I do, it's gonna make things so much easier. Because most people don't have a plan, you know. Like I said in the beginning, 43% of homes are at risk of natural disaster. And I wonder how many of those 43% have a plan, have a bug out bag. There's some nice thick battery operated winter gloves that I threw in there instead of the work gloves. Putting the hatchet back in. I got another waterproof case too, and a bunch of Cliff bars that I'm gonna put inside that. Oh, here. Those are darts for my little handheld crossbow. I figured, you know, it's reusable ammo. I can use it for small game, you know, fishing, which I think I'm going to try this summer. Try to fish with my little crossbow. Here in a second, I'm going to go grab it and attach it to the bag, and you'll see. But, you know, and like I keep mine under my stairs, so it's readily available. If FEMA starts driving down my street, I can just grab my kid, grab my back, and head on out, you know, go get lost. The world has gone crazy. We all know this. And unfortunately, I grew up in the 90s, and I think maybe the generation after me too, but we were the last ones who valued being tough. I swear, kids nowadays are pussies. They want you to use the correct pronoun, and everything is hate speech, and nobody has thick skin anymore. Life is hard. You know what I mean? We're not doing kids any favors by coddling them. For thousands of years, people lived tough, like hard lives. It's only recently that we came into an age where the creature comforts and luxuries we have at our fingertips are just mind-blowing, and we take it for granted. You know, about 5 years ago, when I started my bug out bag, actually I'd have to say 10 years ago, I stopped watching television, which I recommend everybody does. Kill your TV. That shit is worse than drugs. It steals your time, it brainwashes you. It's crazy. Well, and I used to be addicted to television, and I used it as a babysitter, which I feel bad about. The coolest byproduct of not watching TV was I got to spend more time with my kid, and I got so much more done around my house. And yeah, and I started seeing the world for what it is. I started looking into things because I had so much free time without television. I don't even watch movies anymore. I spend my time at night researching things.
It's welcome, baby.